Hi, beautiful. I hope your morning, your day, your Wednesday is beautiful. Today I'm actually looking down because I wrote down some stuff so I don't be all over the place. Welcome to Rose Water. I am Veronica. I hope you enjoy the content that I share with you guys. Family orientated, life testimonies, story times, as much, how can I say it? Just giving back and trying to, how do you say it? Allow you to see through me. If I could do it, you could do it, basically. That's what this channel is about. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your bell notifications on so you'll be notified when I drop, mainly shorts, vlogs. My kids will be a part of it. I actually just gave birth 7 days ago, so we're gonna do a baby update. We're gonna do a delivery story, my kids, adapting to the situation, a little bit of like testimonies, and I'm on my second coffee of the day. Yes, I am. We're only 7 days into having a newborn, plus 2 big girls, so bear with me. But anyway, what was I about to say? So, one of them, my oldest, is just now waking up. Good morning. You gonna say hi to my thing? I'm doing a video.
Good morning.
Good morning. Alright, so yeah, I wanted to do, what else? My labor and delivery, and I want to do the epidural story time. All of that's going to be included into here. So we're going to start off with the doctor's appointment. Well, before I got to my doctor's appointment, this was on the nighttime of the 9th. So that night before I had my appointment on the 9th, I was in so much pain, but I can deal with pain like to a certain extent. Like, you know how like as a mom you just push things to the side and you continue on because sometimes that's all you really, that's the only option you have. Basically, that's what happened. I took my kids out. I forgot what we did that day. I took my kids out. I was moving the car that I had on, you know, the correct side of the street. I had cooked dinner. Yeah, we was pretty active, got in the shower. I just noticed that night that I was in pain, and I was like, oh, okay. I was joking around with my kids. I'm like, I'm in labor. The higher spirit in me knew that I was in labor, but my mind just wasn't connected because I'm like, how can I just like push through this, like, with no thought? So anyway, I didn't think nothing of it because I knew that following morning I had an appointment. So we get to the appointment, and I'm letting the lady know. She's like, how have you been? I'm like, I was in pain all night. Like, it will come and it will go. It will come and it will go. But I was still able to speak, get up, take a shower, play around with my kids. I was still able. So I'm like, all right. They say take your breath away. Meanwhile, this is my 3rd kid. But with my first daughter, I almost had her get my nails done. Excuse my nails too. I just don't feel like it's necessary to bring my newborn in a nail salon with all them chemicals right now to get my nails done. I want to give it like another week. If even I might push it back more because it's not necessary. No, let them pop off. I really don't care. So, what you call it, back to what I was saying. So I'm like, if it's not taking my breath away, I could deal with this. So I'm not in labor. I'm just telling myself, like, try to convince myself other things. So anyway, the doctor, she checks the baby heartbeat. Baby daddy's there, my kids is there. They all joking around. I'm like, guys, I think I'm in labor. Meanwhile, driving there, I kept having contractions, and I kept telling him, like, oh no, I'm having contractions. So she checked me. She's like, you're in full-blown labor. Like, you're 4 centimeters dilated, damn near 5 centimeters dilated. Like Monopoly. Don't. She's crying?
No.
You You want to say hi? This is my middle child, my baby. This is the one who drives me crazy, and she enjoys it too. Say hi.
Hi.
Alright, so excuse us too. We all just chilling in the house. I actually had my little my little throwover thing, but I took it off. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do y'all like this. But you can see it in my shorts. I like to be comfy, guys. But so she's like, do not stop. Go straight to the hospital, basically. That's what I'm trying to get to. So me being a mom that I am now, because mind you, you gotta understand that it was a day before my daughter's birthday, and I had so much things planned for her birthday, like that it really did something to me. But then at the same time, I always like continue to tell myself, like, it's better days to come. It's all right. Like, it's all right. You're a mom to all of them, and the love overpowers the materialistic things. Like, I love was there. I was always gonna be there, and I made sure I could do the best I can, laying in the hospital in full-blown labor, having my baby alone, to make sure she enjoyed her birthday. She enjoyed her birthday because I had to be the day before her birthday. So I'm like, I'm not going straight to, I was listening, I'm keeping track of my contractions. I was like, I'm not going straight to the hospital because one of my kids didn't eat. They had breakfast, but they didn't have lunch. It was around lunchtime, and I needed to get my baby bag. I needed to come back home, pack their stuff up, and make sure they were situated. So that's what we did. Contractions hitting back to back to back to back, packing clothes, making sure she got her birthday outfit, making sure Story got a decent outfit, which she had like a new outfit too. Making sure my baby bag was good. Meanwhile, making sure the baby don't drop up out of me. So, and then they wanted to stop at, because I felt so bad. I'm like, what do you want to do right now? As soon as she heard that I was in labor, my youngest daughter that y'all just saw, her whole face turned red and she started crying. And the transition of her having to deal with the fact that she was no longer my little baby, that I think that knocked her off her feet, like messed with her pivot a little bit. But also the fact that she almost, lost her birthday too. She like, nah, you're not only taking my spot, so she thinks, you trying to take my birthday. So So when I noticed her face turn red, I'm like, oh my Lord, are you okay? If you look, I did a little short. I was like, I love you. Like, she really like broke down at the doctor's office. I'm like, what's wrong? Like, I don't want to share my birthday, because when I found out I was pregnant and when I was giving birth, we all knew, my baby was gonna be a cancer just like her. And she was like, that's fine. I want a little sister. I don't want a brother. But I don't want to share my birthday. Like, that's the only thing she said for 9 months. So being that it came so close, like hours away, it did something to her. So when I noticed she was upset, I'm like, what do you want to do right now while I'm in labor? Like, what can I do to make you feel better? What can I do? Of course, the hugs and the kisses and the reassurance, like, you'll forever be my baby. All of you guys will all three of them will forever be my babies. Like, my oldest did something to me because she welcomed me into being a mother. She welcomed me into knowing, first of all, you can't love me without loving you. The second one just gave me my strength. Like, no, now it's two. You got four eyeballs looking up to you. Like, you gotta make it happen, regardless. Now it's three. It's like the fire is lit up underneath my ass. Excuse me, like, seriously, like, I don't have time to play. Like, I don't got time to play. We're playing chess, not checkers. So, what was I about to say? I'm like, what can I do? She's like, I want a lava cake from KFC. So I'm like, all right. So we took her to, meanwhile, in labor, my doctor's waiting for me to get to the hospital so I could deliver my baby. We stopped, get KFC, get everybody what they want, and she got her little lava cake. That made her day. Made sure I had to offer some money so she could enjoy herself. She enjoyed herself that day. She spent like a couple $100. So that interfered with what I had planned for her birthday. Anyway, but she still enjoyed herself like the whole entire day. I think she had like ice cream like 2 times that day while I was in labor. I was a little upset about that because it's unnecessary. But overall, she enjoyed herself. So now we're gonna jump into me and labor. Because after she got her KFC and stuff like that, we had to go to the hospital. I couldn't, like, it was just coming back to back to back to back to back. So we get to the hospital, and that's when it hit me, like, you really about to go into this hospital by yourself with these doctors around you. With the faith of the Most High, my beautiful angels surrounding me, my protection surrounding me, because you never really know. I don't care who has a title. You never really know their full intentions. People be wicked. So that hit me. And I'm like, damn, no matter what happens, I gotta make sure I return back to my shorties. Like, that was rough. When they walked me to the front desk, they couldn't even walk upstairs, so that hit me. Then I remember them asking me, I was in full-blown labor, like active labor, contractions coming every couple minutes. Do you want a wheelchair? And I was like, no. Because at that moment, like, again, the spark up underneath me just was lit. Like, I'm giving it my all. I'm giving it my all. Like, I gotta be strong. I didn't want a wheelchair. So my big old duffel bag, my KFC, my drink, and full-blown labor, giving my baby see you later kisses, and ooh, you heard that in my throat? Yeah, this is real. Giving them see you later kisses and walking to the elevator. Couldn't even find the elevator, but found it. Got upstairs, and as soon as I got to the floor, it's not like they let me go straight in the room. No, they wanted me to sign. I was standing up at the desk with my duffel bag and everything. They wanted me to sign. It felt like that process was so long because the contractions was hitting me back to back, but I was just, prayed up and signing what I had to sign. And then eventually they put me in my delivery room. Hold on, I gotta check on my baby. 1 second. Big sissy Ren is doing her thing so much she's sleepy, but I just rather check on her. So I get put in my delivery room. Now if you had a baby, you know that when the contractions hit, you can't eat. Like, I was tearing up my food driving to the hospital, but it seemed like as I was eating, it was making my contractions come back to back anyway. So when I get to the delivery room, I couldn't really eat my food. Like, I was like, you know what, forget it. The lady was like, do you want anything? I'm like, yeah, just give me some ice chips. So, it was about like, I want to say one when I got to the hospital. Probably a little later than 1. Yeah, around like 1. And as soon as I got to the room, she was like, undress, take off your clothes. Now this lady, her name was Tina. I will never forget her, and I'm gonna let y'all know why. So she's like, take off your clothes, you need any help? I'm like, nope, I'm okay, I don't need no help, I got this. So it's something about when you're laboring, like, you just feel like you got this. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one. Guys, let me know if I'm the only one. Like, I got this. And even if I felt like I didn't have this, I was telling myself I was speaking to existence, so I had it. So I'm getting undressed. Meanwhile, like, majority of my pregnancy, I wore dresses and long skirts because that was my comfort thing. I actually put it in my video. I haven't worn jeans in like 4 or 5 years, 6 years. So it's not my cup of tea. I like to be very comfortable. I don't even wear sneakers. You might catch me in a boot, but you catch me one time out the winter time in a boot, I'm wearing slippers, sliding something comfortable. So that's just how I am. That's just how I am. So what you call it? I just slipped my stuff off, got into the bed. They checked me, and I was like, I went from 4 to 6 by like 1, 2. So the lady that was on call to deliver the baby, she was like, I leave at 5. So if you're not, where we need you to be at 5, she let me know who's gonna come in and deliver the baby. I'm like, fine, cool, no problem. So she checks me and she tells me how far along I am. I don't even know if I just repeated that. And she's like, do you want an epidural? I'm like, no, because when my oldest, I was 16 and I didn't have an epidural. Like, I was on 4th Avenue getting my nails, eyelashes, and toes done in full-blown labor. By the time I got to the hospital, it was time to push. So I'm like, I just wanted to dedicate it to my 16-year-old self. Like, that was my intentions. The whole pregnancy, nobody knew, that just was my intentions. So, and that's the mindset that I walked into the hospital thinking. So, pushing through the pain, speaking to my kids every minute, speaking to baby daddy. He's holding it down with them while I'm in labor. And what else? They come in and checking me, they do. Checking, whatever. They give me some IV just because they said when you give birth, you lose a lot of blood. Or whatever case may be. Then the nurse, Tina, excuse me, sorry. It's so gross. What am I doing? Sorry. The nurse, Tina, and the lady who's supposed to deliver, they like, you're sure you don't want an epidural? Like, no, I'm all right. Because I was still able to talk to, like, it was times I was having contractions and I was on the phone. So I'm like, I could deal with this. I'm all right. But I was extremely uncomfortable, like, extremely uncomfortable. And just staying prayed up throughout every contraction that's hitting me. I'm just in the moment, connecting straight with spirit. So, praying. So, what you call it? Eventually, she come in, right, and she's like, she's trying to talk to me, and it's so funny because every time they wouldn't even talk. They just be checking stuff. But when they knew I was having a contraction, which I knew when I was having a contraction, the stomach get harder, the baby heartbeat get a little more louder. Down here, cringe a little bit. Like, it's just, when you're having a contraction. So they would try to talk to me in the mix of having a contraction, and I would speak back to them, like, and I'd be praying right in their face, just praying. So she's like, you sure you don't want epidural? I'm like, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. By the time like the 6th time when she came in and asked me, I was like, you know what? Let me get it, because I was so uncomfortable in there by myself, like, just looking around, looking at the baby's bed, looking at the TV. I was just so uncomfortable. It was really hurting, like really bad. Like it was hurting, and I just wanted something to ease me. So cause it seemed like the more it was hurting me, like I was kind of like low key panicking, but then pacing myself, because if I panic, it was just me. You get what I'm saying? So panicking, that's like feeling like you're about to drown, and panicking, that's just gonna make you drown more, faster. So by like the 6th, 7th time, she asked me, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let me get it. She was like, what's your reasons I'm not getting it? I was like, I don't like the way it make my legs feel. I don't like the way it made me feel. So she explained to me, like, we're gonna call it anesthesiologist, however you say that, to do it. She's really good. I'm like, yeah, but what if I jump? Like, I don't need her hitting the wrong nerve. Meanwhile, this is what I'm saying, feeling everything. So she like, no, that's the least of your worries. Like, that's the least of your worries. So whatever, she come in. Now this is where I say, like, I will never forget Tina. She told me, remember her as Ike and Tina. So Tina, but you didn't spell her name the way you said her name. So it was like a little strange, but anyway. I looked her right in her eyes. I was like, I'm really, really scared. Meanwhile, somebody in back of me preparing long ass needles that's about to go in my spine. Spine is a very important place in the body. Nerves is all around it. So, what you call it? I said, I'm really scared. She said, just hold this pillow. And I'm here. You can hold on to my hands. I'm here. I'm right here. So, bend over, get comfortable. So I'm doing that, but I'm going, she was like, on your next contraction, we're going to put the needle where I'm like, next contraction, why would you do that? She's like, you can't move, as it's going down. So I'm like, oh my Lord, have mercy, I'm having a contraction. So she grabs my hand, and she just holding my hand, and as she's holding my hand, like I'm squeezing her hand a little bit, but eventually I stop because I'm focusing on my breathing, my reaction, and my pain, whatever. Like I'm tuning into that so I don't move or whatever the case may be. At the same time, controlling my breathing. So I could still feel her hands. And you know when somebody care about you. Like it's that, like when you hug somebody who genuinely care. It's very rare I had that, but when I did have it, the moments I would never forget. So I'm getting raspy speaking about it. And also, before I continue, this is gonna be raw and uncut. This is me. So excuse me if you see me looking this way. Maybe a tear may drop, burping. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Like I'm who I am. Get to know me. That's all I can say. I promise you, you won't regret it. So what you call it? Her feeling when she was holding my hand, it was something I never forget. I never forget. And she just was like, I'm here. Like that, she said it. Like, I'm here. I'm here. You're doing so good. I can't believe it. Like, you're doing so good. And, ooh-wee. That's how you know, like, spirit is real. He will use people. Put your faith in him. Your angels, your protection. Because in that moment, I needed somebody to be there. And it was a whole stranger. And that's another thing. Don't get it twisted from seeing the videos. And I'm who I am. Like I'm human. You get what I'm saying? I smile through videos to promote that. Let you know that you can smile through your adversity and your pain. The most I will make a way for you to have a way. And these are happy tears. I'm so grateful. Like, I have my beautiful, beautiful babies. All 3 of them. So anyway, the lady's like, I'm here and I just need to hear the words. I need it. And you know what's so crazy? Because throughout the whole process of giving birth, I didn't drop one tear. Not one. I almost did. Giving my babies a see you later kiss. I almost did, but just tapping back into that energy is just one of a kind. I just can't forget it. So anyway, as the lady's sticking me, when the first contraction hit, I almost panicked. And they tell you can't move or nothing, so I almost panicked. Because when she stuck it in, it made my leg, the nerve she hit went to my right leg. And it made it flinch, like, and it scared me. And she's like, certain things, Tina, I'm here. Certain things you just can't do. Don't do that again. So I'm like, all right, breathe. She's like, you're doing so good. So good. So, I did that. I got my epidural, and after I got the epidural, it made me feel so much better. Like, I was able to just, like, mentally prepare to be a mom. Like, so moments after that, Tina came in with this big bowl, and they put it in between my legs. Well, she put it in between my legs and she positioned me. Now, by this time when she gave me the epidural, my whole body went numb. Like, I couldn't no longer, like, move my body. Like, my legs, I couldn't lift up. I couldn't, like, she manually had to do it. Lift my body up, put me up on the thing. Like, she had to put a catheter in me so I'll be able to urinate. Like, just certain things were just completely out of my control. I did not like that, but listen, it's gonna be all right. So, she kept coming in. I had to push the button for more epidural to come, because I was still contracting. Once they gave me, it seemed like once they gave me the epidural, I was contracting back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Like, my baby was on the go. Like, she was ready. So, she put this ball in between my leg to help me. Like, they really wanted the 5 o'clock lady, the nurse that was on call to deliver. She wanted to deliver too, but that wasn't in the most I planned. So they put the ball, they positioned me. She said if I had to turn you to the other side, I would, but just lay like this or whatever case may be. I didn't go to sleep. I was still contracting, but it was a different type of contraction. It was like when it hit, it's something about when you're there to give birth, like when you're right there to give birth, your body naturally start pushing because you're now opening up so the head could come out, and that's what was going on, but I didn't even know that. And I kept saying, what is that feeling? What is that feeling? When they would come in and it was happening, I'm like, what is that feeling? The epidural wasn't even helping it. So when she looked, she was like, we having a baby. Like, right now, it was now 6:30, I want to say like 6:30. She went and got I skipped the part because I met the lady. When the 5 o'clock lady left, it was another delivery nurse that clocked in. She comes in super pretty. Everybody was beautiful. She came in full blown pregnant. I'm looking at this lady like, how you gonna do? My legs is no. She knocked it out the ballpark. Came in, let me know, I'm like, congratulations. She looked, she's like, we having a baby. Like, she's right, I'm looking at her here. So, by this point, they take the ball away, and I'm like, what the? Why? It's like 6:30. Lift my legs up. One, she really couldn't even lift my leg because it was like that weight. She couldn't really, she's like, can you call some help? The other Tina like, no, I got it. Like, that's the type of time my nurse was on. I got it. Like, straight like that. And sometimes that's what you need to hear. Like, that's what I needed to hear at that moment. That's what I needed to hear. So, I respect that lady. Like, I respect that lady. For real. Spirit did his thing. Like, ooh. And I don't think y'all understand me when I say that. Like, the Most High will use certain people. They teach you a lesson to help you, to get you through some shit. Like, yeah, that part. That's why I be laughing at people. Like, you don't even understand what you really you're there to teach me a lesson. You don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know what you're doing, especially if you're asleep. So, anyway, I digress. That's what I'm telling you. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, but it's going to be pure, and it's just from the heart. Real raw, uncut. Real raw, uncut. And just trying to give through, help whoever I can. Whoever I can. Even if it's just one person. So, anyway. They lift my legs up at 6:30. My baby's born at like 6:40. 2 pushes. 2 pushes. 1 push. On your next contraction, you're gonna push again. My baby was born. Came out with her arms like this, coming towards me. So beautiful. So amazing. She said a little cry until she smelt me and got on my chest. No more crying. Healthy forehead. Big old hands. Beautiful, beautiful feet. It's beautiful. Like, amazing. Like the other two. Just like the other two. So, had the baby. I couldn't. Everything just happened so quick. Like, when I say so quick, 2 pushes. the nurses was like, the lady who delivered, she was like, if I could have patients like you every day and go home satisfied every day, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Not you screaming and acting a fool and messing with your breathing. Because you're screaming and stuff, you triggering the baby, triggering yourself. You're not breathing. You're panicking. The nurse was like, tears in her eyes, I swear. Like, you one of a kind. Actually, the lady who delivered, she was like, the stars align with you. Right after I pushed out my baby. Messed with my head, but I knew it was straight from the divine. Like, I knew it was straight from the divine, because at that moment I had to be tough. And eventually, sometimes when you don't even believe something, but you keep reassuring yourself, it like manifests. So now we talked about the epidural, the delivery. 3 hours later, they moved me to my room, which was beautiful. Tina did her thing, held me down. I did lose my keys, and Tina, I remember when they fell, so dumb keys had my house key on it, and my truck key and the Benz key that I'm supposed to be buying, but I don't even think I'm gonna do that. We'll see. Just trying not to limit myself, trying to push myself. Certain people want to keep you at a certain level, and that's what I'm starting to realize. But anyway, so we talked about that. 3 hours later, they brought me my thing, let my kids know they still having a ball. They was actually planning on going upstate to the pool and stuff. They was having a ball. Baby daddy like, oh, 1 second, baby. Say I did good for 32 minutes, lady. You gotta come and get me. Look at my babies. It was all worth it. You say, mommy, you was never alone. You would never be alone. Yeah, so she's breastfeeding and bottle feeding too. That was another thing. Who we gonna get into that? So anyway, baby daddy like, that happened so quick. Everything's happening so quick. I'm like, yeah, I know. I know it's the same way I was feeling. So, what you call it? What else we wanna speak about? We spoke about that. Update. Let me mark off what I did already. We spoke about that. We spoke about that. Okay, so we're gonna speak about the girls adopted now. The very next day was my daughter's 9th birthday, and we had a lot of things planned for her birthday. So it kind of messed with her. Like, she still got balloons, confetti, items that she was supposed to throw a little get together, basically. We ended up not doing that, but she had such a beautiful birthday. Like, she went on a little shopping spree, she went out to eat. She didn't do it with me, but we sung happy birthday at the hospital, which I always make sure we do with each and every one of our birthdays, because it is important. And that's another thing, I'm not big on like forcing material things onto my kids. They're not them type of kids. My kids will straight up tell you, like, I want the love. Like, I prefer, especially my oldest, I prefer like us really doing something that we won't forget. Like, it's something about just being with your loved ones that you know genuinely love you, even if it's only 2 people, and blowing out a cake. It's something about that. So, and if you look back on my videos, we do that. This is real over here, okay? We're not forcing the fake to be around. We don't want that. We don't want that. So she had a beautiful birthday experience, but she has some plans on her own that she really wanted to do, and I'm gonna make sure that she's still able to do it. The only thing is, right now, every day since I gave birth, it seemed like when they released me from the hospital, I came home on Friday. The next day, Saturday, I only had that day just to chill with my kids. The doctors, these workers, doctors, everybody, I don't know if it's their plan or whatever, it was like, they didn't give me no slack. They didn't give me no slack. Like, I've been on the go doctor's appointments. Yesterday was it yesterday? No, yesterday I had one appointment for her. The day before I had 3 appointments in one day. No, I'm wrong. Yesterday I had a work appointment with a worker who was like, you don't got no time, basically. Like, you need to come sign these paperwork and that. Come in the office, we don't care. Like, she actually gave me the next day to turn in certain documents. I couldn't believe it. Even though other worker, one of my housing workers, she was like, I never heard nothing like that. And I asked the lady, she said, I asked her, can I email it to her? Because, oh, thank you. Can I email it to her because you just gave birth? She's like, no. So, like I said, intentionally going out their way to make it as hard as possible for me. But like, I don't want nothing easy. I'm not in that lane of wanting stuff easy. It's all good. It's in me, not on me. So that shit was just putting me in gear, blaying me up. Like, nope, coffee up, let's get it. Sometimes only having not even an hour of sleep, let's get it. Because mind you, I just said the day after I came home, they had appointments back to back. She had to do an emergency appointment at the hospital had chose for me. Meanwhile, I was still going through postpartum, boobs gorged, on fire, swollen, still transitioning throughout this whole process. What happened is a little hot in here. She, whole body red, transitioning to having 2 to 3 babies. That was not the easiest thing, but we got through it. Making sure that I'm able to still show everybody the equal love. And I think I still have a problem with that. Hey, you trying to stand up already? I think I'm still having, because I catch myself just staring at her, which I do with all my kids, but my youngest daughter, she be preying at, like, yo, what the heck? You got another puppies? You got another puppies? But it's nevertheless, I just am very fascinated with her. She's very beautiful. Come on, tell me, what the matter? You got another puppies? And she's a character. She's a character. Today she woke up, nothing but smiles. She's smiling right now. Nothing but smiles. You say hi to the peoples? You want to say hi to the peoples? Say hi, I'm Lily. Oh. She don't want to say hi to the peoples. Okay. Yeah, don't scream at me. That's not nice. I just put the air on. The air's kind of hot. So anyway, yeah, transitioning and then having these emergency appointments, like, I think you got a burp. Or you want more milk? Let's see. Oh, don't scream at me. Here. Oh, you want more milk? Sorry. Transitioning, it was not easy. And going through the postpartum side. Like when you have a baby, it's not just that. Like your body is adjusting, the milk is coming in, it gets rock hard. Like certain things you gotta do, cool this down, heat this down. And this is my first kid I ever chose to breastfeed. I never even attempted with my other one. So that was a process. And the curveball I get hit with you mentally, physically, and emotionally, that was a lot. But just staying prayed up, staying in my lane, having faith, knowing that the Most High will never give me too much I can't bear. He's not gonna give me something that He's not gonna help me get through. It's definitely gonna be lessons, and staying true to myself, staying true to my kids. Because if I'm not good, they're not good. Staying focused, and slowing down so I can process things. That's what got me through it. Shout out to the moms, the new moms. Like that's all I'm seeing on my YouTube. Shout out to the fathers that's really there. Like that's really there. And that's no shade, but I'm saying like genuinely. I got to the doctor's the day before yesterday for an appointment that I thought that was for me. And I looked up and it was a couple, like a real genuine couple. And the baby bag said daddy and mommy's baby bag. And me and my daughters was blown away. Like, shout out to y'all. Definitely. And I wish you guys well. I hope you could gain something from my little message. And shooting love and light to any mom that's in dark. Because when you have a baby, you could get pushed to depression very quickly. It's very easy. But just know it's a feeling. It will go away. That's not of the Most High. The Most High don't want you to be sad. And you're going to be okay. Don't think about like all the things you have to do. Just tackle what you can and keep going. And smile through your adversity, because the devil does not like that, okay? The enemy does not like that, okay? And you be surprised how many people he's body snatching, just coming through. Like you'd be surprised to be the closest one to you, honestly. What else? We 42 minutes in. This little girl is a character, I'm telling you. What else did we spoke about everything. Spoke about everything. So today is Wednesday. We just chilling. I wanted to go out, but I don't think I'm gonna go out. Her umbilical cord didn't fall off yet. It's about to. You know, when you just had a baby, the body leaks fluids, and I finally have a moment to sit down. Knocked out every appointment they thrown at me, even if it was multiple appointments, mandated appointments. Knocked them out the ball, knocked it out the park. Okay, no, let me stop. Did my thing in this house by myself with my children. Yes. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of it. And I'm super grateful. I'm grateful if you stay tuned to this video. I'm grateful for each and every one of my subscribers. I love you guys. Continue to watch us grow. Pray for me. Send me positive lights. Even to my haters. I hope one day you can actually see genuinely who I am. Gotcha, gave y'all a little video instead of just shorts all the time. We have more to come. Definitely, because this story alone could help a village, I'm telling you. And that's all I want to do, is be able to help somebody not have to go through all the experience. I love these little, the experiences that I have went through, but I do know that the experience that I went through just made me who I am, shaped me into who I am, who I was determined to be. Love and light, guys. I gotta get to being a mama. Love you. Later.